And today we will be doing a follow-up video to our last video, which was predicting which teams will make the playoffs. But this time we're predicting the matchups that are going to happen in each round of the playoffs, all the way up to who will win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and we have a special guest, our dad, again. So, let's get into it.
Okay, I'll reveal a matchup, then they will reveal what they have for that matchup. So, the first matchup I have on my screen is the Buccaneers versus the Eagles, 2 seed versus 7 seed. I have the Eagles winning it. It might sound surprising.
That's surprising.
I feel like the Eagles are able to. The Eagles are doing well right now. I feel like they would be able to knock the Bucs out soon. Yeah.
All right, what do you have, Blake?
I think it's going to be close, but the Bucs are going to come out with the win.
All right, I've got the Bucs as well. It's just hard to pick against Brady in the playoffs, especially opening round at home. So, Bucs take down the Eagles.
Okay, now our next matchup
Is
the Dallas Cowboys versus San Francisco 49ers. I have the 49ers coming out on top here. They've been really hot recently. They just got like a last-second win over the Rams to make it into the playoffs, but before that they've been pretty good. Jimmy G, I think did hurt something, but I think they're able to get over the Cowboys, who aren't at their best right now.
Is Jimmy G playing this week?
I'm not sure.
I looked that up.
but the Cowboys come, right?
What?
For me to say.
Yeah.
The Cowboys coming off their big win against the Eagles. Well, their good win against the Eagles. I think they're going to continue their momentum and win.
All right, I've got the Niners here. I think both teams are a threat to make the Super Bowl, so it's a tough round one matchup. But I've got San Francisco coming out on top. Similar reason to why Donnie selected them. They're on a win streak now. They're peaking at the right time coming into the playoffs.
It looks like he tore a ligament in his thumb, right?
I think he's back. I think he's playing.
Okay, so now we have our final NFC wildcard matchup, the LA Rams versus the Arizona Cardinals. So the Rams, I have them coming out on top. It seems like they're doing well at the right time, even though they just are coming off a loss to San Francisco. Going to the playoffs, the Cardinals have lost a bunch recently, with like the exception of the win versus the Cowboys. They're coming off a loss to the Seahawks, who are not good at all this season. So I think the Rams.
No, they're bad.
The Rams will win, and they will match against the 49ers.
Both of these teams are coming off losses, but I think the Rams will win because they're just a better team. And the Cardinals are on like a 5-game losing streak or something, right?
Something like that.
Wait, no, they beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, but a big slide.
Yeah.
It's been a big decline since the second half of the season started. What do you have?
My turn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pay attention.
I got Kyler Murray running all over the Rams. Arizona's going to come out on top with the upset. I know they've been faltering as of late, but I like the Cardinals over the Rams.
Okay, so now over to the AFC wild card. We have the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Pittsburgh Steelers first. And I have the Chiefs winning, moving on to the next round. The Steelers, if the Chargers-Raiders game ended in a tie, they wouldn't have made it. They beat the Ravens in overtime, and the Ravens could have won that game easily. So they barely even made the playoffs. And then the Chiefs could even rest a few good players and still end up on top.
The Steelers don't even deserve to be in the playoffs. because they were just not that good, and the Chargers and Raiders should have tied. So I think the Chiefs will win.
Chiefs in a blowout. Next.
Okay. Okay, so next, a highly anticipated matchup in the playoffs. The Bills versus the Patriots is going to be chilly tonight up in Buffalo. Monday Night Football, earlier this year, Bills-Patriots. Super cold there. Patriots ran the ball except for 3 times Mac Jones passed the ball. And they came out on top. So I have a similar game plan for Bill Belichick tonight. And I have the Patriots just beating the Bills tonight at Orchard Park. And it's going to be a crazy game coming down to the wire. But Patriots squeak it out for me.
Wow. Another upset from Donnie.
I like those.
With the Bills coming off a win and the Patriots coming off the loss, the Bills are going to win. But I also think the Bills will win because the Bills will win because they beat the Patriots this season. And the other time that they played, the Patriots won 14-10 just because it was so crazy weather conditions.
Well, the Patriots took advantage of that, and
Yeah.
then they played, and it's going to be cold tonight like that.
Yeah, so
It's 6 degrees there right now, I think.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
I'm going to throw that game out, the Monday night game from earlier this year. The gusts of wind, 40, 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's not going to be the case tonight.
I agree.
And I think this is a revenge game. Bills finally get over the hump, take down the Patriots, end the dynasty, and move on to face the Chiefs in a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game.
And they played earlier this year, I think, right?
To face
Yeah.
the Chiefs, that's not possible.
Why?
Well, if you
Yeah.
have the Steelers winning, it's possible.
No?
The Chiefs are the 2, Buffalo's the 3.
Yeah, but you have to have the 4 or the 5 winning.
No, it's possible. Look.
4 or 5 would play 1.
Yeah, it's possible.
Remember, Titans are the 1 seed? I predicted that, and it happened.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what's
Oh,
that
I-
website?
It's called PlayoffPredictions.com.
Oh, I should have used that instead of an Excel file.
Okay, so now the next matchup,
What?
the other... What?
Oh, yeah.
The other wild card matchup today, they're both AFC games today. We have the Bengals versus the Raiders, who squeaked into the 5 seed on a field goal. And I have the Bengals winning here. Raiders barely made it in here. I feel like the Bengals are doing good at the right time. Jamar Chase had a big game. Joe Burrow's on like 800 passing yards and 900 in the past 2 games. They're hitting their stride at the right time, so I have them moving on to the next round.
I think the Bengals are going to win, but I think the Raiders do deserve to make the playoffs. I just think that the Bengals are a better team.
The Raiders are underrated. They get no respect. Nobody wants to pick them.
So
People
you
say
pick
they
them?
don't deserve to be in the playoffs.
I said they deserve to be.
I'm not saying you, I'm just saying people. Some people.
People out who
And you know what? I'm taking the Bengals anyway. Bengals dominate the Raiders.
Dominate, what's the score? If it's a domination.
31-14.
That's a good idea. Let's throw our Super Bowl scores in there.
It's like a 51, 28, 26 game, whatever it was. Cowboys, Eagles.
Okay, here now we're moving on to the divisional round. Going back to the NFC. For me, I have the 49ers versus the Rams. Now our matchups could be different because of our first round picks and how they influence the second round. So I have the 49ers versus Rams, and I have the Rams winning. Same thing as versus the Cardinals. Even though the 49ers did beat them in Week 18, I feel like the Rams take out both of their divisional opponents that make the playoffs, and they keep rolling into the NFC Championship game.
Can you go before me? I'm looking something up.
Yep. So I had a couple upsets as well in the opening round, which led to some reshuffling of the bracket. So I've got San Francisco, the 6th seed, playing Green Bay, the 1 seed, and San Francisco with an upset. Again, they're playing really well right now, peaking at the right time. And Green Bay's just had a penchant for choking in the playoffs recently. So I like the Niners here. They're going to lean on the run game. They have explosive playmakers on the outside. Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel.
And Deebo Samuel has had like a rushing touchdown in like the past like bunch of games. So he's gonna run too.
I like the Niners to take out the Packers.
Okay, go Bob.
Okay. I have the Cowboys beating the Buccaneers. The underdogs actually coming out on top. I just think they're gonna be too strong. Buccaneers only barely beating the Eagles. I mean, yeah, Cowboys are gonna win.
Okay. So now we are going to our second NFC divisional matchup. So mine is the Eagles versus Packers, and I have the Packers blowing the Eagles out of the water here. Eagles would barely squeak by into the next round, and then the Packers are just doing well at this point. I feel like they would easily beat the Eagles here. Okay.
I have a Rams-Packers game, 4v1, since I had the 2, 3, and 4 winning in the first round. But I have the Packers coming out on top above the Rams. I don't know, I think they're better, they're going to win
What's
at
that?
home. With the
Can you
week
give us
break.
some info from there?
No, I'm just looking at the Packers here.
With
They
the
just
week
can't get it
break.
done in the playoffs. Last 10 years. Last time they really had any success was in
Last year.
2010.
Give us some insight.
They lost to the Green Bay. They had a bye again. They won one game and they lost to
Okay.
Tampa. I mean, they lost to Tampa Bay. They were big favorites. Okay, speaking of Tampa Bay, I've got the Bucks marching on to the NFC Championship game. They
Against
beat
the Who's.
they beat the Cardinals. Cardinals' luck runs out against Tom Brady. Tampa plays the Niners. Brady against Garoppolo, former teammates on the Patriots, now matching up in the other conference
What?
for the chance to go to the Super Bowl.
That's quite odd.
Now,
Now we're off to the AFC here.
the game with the Titans.
So I have the Patriots versus the Titans here. Titans, it's their first ever time they've had the 1 seed, I believe. They're going up against the Patriots, and they're probably gonna have Derrick Henry back at this time from his injury from earlier in the season. Right?
Maybe.
Idaho State Bengals.
What?
Did the Bengals play the Titans this year?
What are you saying? Patriots or Titans? Who'd you pick?
I picked the Titans here to overcome the Patriots in the next week. Titans have a bye to prepare, but Patriots can't handle it, and Titans move on to the conference championship here.
Blake, you're up.
So we actually don't have. I don't think the Bengals. Did they play the Titans in the regular season?
No.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't. Titans Bengals was my game. My first AFC divisional round. I think the Titans are gonna come out on top.
Okay, great analysis. So I've got the same matchup, Titans-Bengals, but I have the Bengals. I just think Titans a little bit of smoke and mirrors. Tannehill has not had a good
They're a bit
year.
overrated, I thought.
It's definitely overrated. They're the 1 seed. They're not even favored to go to the Super Bowl out of the AFC. Tannehill's had a down year. They leaned on Derrick Henry early in the season. He may be coming back, but he's banged up. A.J. Brown hasn't been good. He's hurt every other game. Defense is weak. I don't even know how they're the 1 seed, honestly. I have to look into this. They must have had a weak schedule or something.
They lost.
It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, yeah, you check that. And we'll move into the next.
I mean, they barely beat the Texans last week. Come on.
Yeah. Okay, so now they're just winning their games by like 3 points.
You're like the Chargers, or the Vikings, how they always barely lose their games, but the Titans always barely win their games.
Okay, so my next divisional round matchup, which is the last one in the AFC, is Bengals versus Chiefs. So they played Week 17. High-scoring game came down to the final seconds. Bengals punched it in for a Joe Mixon touchdown, I believe. They ended up winning that game. So I think the Bengals can do it again and beat the Chiefs and move on to the conference championship here.
He's filming.
What are you two doing?
I'm not filming. I'm filming here.
Okay, go.
I have a Bills Chiefs mashup. This is Bills Chiefs. I say that the Bills will win. They're gonna get their revenge from last year's AFC Championship, right? Or was that the Titans that made it?
I don't know.
Whatever. But I think the Titans are gonna come up. The Bills are gonna come up out on top. I'm looking ahead to my AFC Championship match.
Okay. I also have Bills Chiefs. I've got the Bills taking this one. Rematch of last year's AFC Championship.
Okay,
and,
yes.
And a different result. Bills avenge their loss.
They get their revenge.
And beat the Chiefs.
Okay, so listen. The Jets beat the Titans by 3 in overtime at one point. The Texans beat them by 9 in November. The Steelers beat them by 6 in December.
Okay, now
And
are you just
they
pointing at their losses? And look, they only beat the Niners by 3.
And they've had like 4 3-point games that they've won. But their main show of strength this season has been versus the Chiefs, where they somehow held them to 3 points while scoring 27.
And they dominated the Dolphins.
Well, they're not that good.
Yeah, but they did go like
Why did you open my
7-8.
Gmail?
I don't know. It was by accident.
I don't want to email the Saudi embassy.
To the what embassy?
Saudi. Okay, so now on to the conference championships. I have the Los Angeles Rams versus the Green Bay Packers here. The Rams are just good at the right time. The Packers have been underperforming in the playoffs recently. I have the Rams. They play a home game. Then they go to Lambeau. But now they're going back to home for the Super Bowl in LA at SoFi Stadium, beating out the Packers in the conference championship.
I have a Packers-Cowboys conference championship. Like he said earlier, the Packers are known for choking in the playoffs, but this time I don't think so. They're moving on to the Super Bowl. What?
It's just funny that you were pointing something out and just denied it.
All right, I've got Tampa against the Niners. Like we
Crazy
said,
game.
matchup of former teammates, Brady, Garoppolo.
In the other conference.
And I think we have a changing of the guard here, where Garoppolo takes down Brady. Niners, the 6th seed, advance to the Super Bowl, beating the former reigning, defending Super Bowl champion.
Are you trying to think of every word?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Is he also the MVP?
Who?
Tom
Brady.
Brady.
Of the Super Bowl?
Last season.
He was, but it should have been Leonard Fournette.
No, of last season, just the whole year.
What? No, Aaron Rodgers
Oh,
is
yeah.
the MVP.
Okay.
The Bucks were like the 5 or the 6 seed. They went on that run.
Yeah, they were the 5 seed. They had to play Washington, so that was pretty easy, though.
What? They barely won. That was like the hardest game they had all playoffs.
Really?
They
Yeah.
were playing Taylor Heineke.
They smashed the Chiefs. They smashed the Packers.
Whatever.
They barely beat Washington.
How about the Saints game? Didn't you play the Saints?
Yeah, Washington
remember
making the
that
playoffs
game.
in our other video.
Okay,
That was ridiculous.
okay. So now to the AFC Championship. Titans Bengals for me. Titans run out of steam here. They played one game versus the Patriots. And they've been leaning too much on Derrick Henry, and they can't produce any other offense really. Ryan Tannehill's been underperforming. I drafted him in fantasy, and I had to bench him a lot this year. So that shows something. So I have the Bengals beating the Titans here, and I have a Super Bowl of the 4 seeds.
Oh,
Bengals Rams.
Yeah, Bengals
Yeah.
Rams.
I-
Which I realized that while I was looking at my bracket while recording. Hey.
Stop! Don't click my thing. I'll click yours.
What are you gonna click?
I'll delete everything.
Well, we can remember 2 matchups.
I was just helping you out there.
What?
Packers ain't going to the Super Bowl, buddy.
Okay. Bills Titans AFC Championship. I don't know why. I just like to pick the Titans. I feel like they're gonna win. They're gonna win.
At losing.
Yeah, they're gonna win at winning.
They're gonna they're gonna merely fail to
You're
win.
wrong.
They're
No, they're
fail
gonna
to win.
merely fail to lose.
Okay. Next, what do you have?
Whatever.
Father.
Go. AFC Champ.
Buffalo against the Bengals,
Ooh.
and I have the Bills. The Bills are just too strong. They're a complete team, offense, defense, special teams. And, the Bengals are a solid team, peaking at the right time, but I don't think this is their year. Maybe next year, but the Bills' time has arrived.
Yeah, the Bengals have a strong young core to develop in the future.
For my team, for my bracket, I also realized that the Bills have just been putting it all on Josh Allen. Like, they don't run the ball at all. Like, they make Josh Allen pass and run the ball.
Yeah. He's good at
He
it.
has to do too much, though. They're overworking him.
Okay, so I realized that we all have different teams representing the NFC and different teams representing the AFC. So now for our Super Bowl
okay.
predictions, I have the Los Angeles Rams taking home the Lombardi at home. Second year in a row the home team wins the Super Bowl, which is also odd. Rams are just,
Wait, wouldn't that be the second year in a row and the second time ever?
yeah.
Wow.
They're,
What? There's a noise upstairs.
Okay, so the Rams are doing well at the right time. And the Bengals just don't have enough steam to continue to play at the high level that they've been playing at since the beginning of the playoffs and end of the regular season. Stop it!
He's taking a picture.
Well, you stop it. Stop.
Get your phone away. I'll take it away.
Is this too
Stop.
overwhelming? Do we need to take you
Okay.
out of the video?
Alright, go.
Good
Proceed.
time out.
Proceed.
Okay, so as you heard, I have the Rams winning at home. They're calling back a safety out of retirement.
What are you doing?
I'm putting my arm around you. Who are they bringing out of retirement?
I don't know. I think it's like a Weddle, something like Eric Weddle.
Eric Weddle?
Yeah. I don't know if that'll have an effect. I just observed that.
Why are you going to the Gmail?
I don't know. So I have them winning. They're just too good at that point, and I have them winning a close game over the Bengals here, and Yeah. Let's see what you guys have.
My Super Bowl is a Packers Titans.
Matchup of the 1 seeds.
Yes. Sadly, too boring. I'm
Yes.
boring snoring.
You picked 1 upset. No, 2.
Wait, what was it? That one.
The
Cowboys, Buccaneers, and Bills, Chiefs.
And they're basically the same matchup.
What in the world did I just open?
You opened the ad,
The ad.
the tax ad.
There. What?
Go ahead.
I see.
Go.
Okay, I have Packers Titans Super Bowl. I of course have to be more boring schmoring and picking the team that's better, which is the Packers. I think the Packers win the Super Bowl in a blowout, 31-10. Well,
You've
7.
been picking the Titans over the Bills, and now they get blown out by the Packers. How good are the Packers versus
They
the Bills?
just ran out of steam, okay?
They ran out of steam here.
I'll pinch you.
All
Your
right, so
Super
I got
Bowl, Mr.
Bills. I
Cinderella.
got the Bills Niners Super Bowl, and this is the Bills season. They're the team of destiny this year.
They're
They have
overworking Josh Allen.
All the right pieces in place, and the Bills are gonna bring home the Lombardi Trophy. Bills Mafia is gonna go crazy, and I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch. So let's go.
Okay. So wait, what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Bring us home.
Okay, so thanks for watching this video.
Make sure to smash that like button.
Subscribe.
Okay, you have to like it. It's not just part of the normal outro. You actually have to like the video.
Why?
Because I say so. Go.
Subscribe, and we will see you soon.
And another video. And the sporty break.
All right.